So Upside is your traditional startup. Somebody, Graham Oakes, had a good idea one afternoon.
Every time you hit a switch, somewhere a power station's got to ramp up a little bit to serve that demand. That means that power stations across the country are constantly ramping up and down, which is really inefficient.
We're trying to bring flexibility onto the demand side, and the way we do that is we look at assets that businesses and homes already own, electrical devices that store some form of energy. This could be batteries, electrical, or it could be even a hot water tank. And we connect to those devices using Internet of Things protocols. And at the right times, we can switch them on or off extremely quickly. That ability to suddenly take load off the grid or put it back on gives us a unique position. And that's a very valuable service to the grid operator because we help them balance supply and demand of electricity.
And by creating all this capacity from batteries or from hot water tanks, we're letting the grid integrate more renewable onto the system. For the first 2 years or so, we were really just playing with the idea. We didn't really have a company at that stage. When we got our first Innovate UK grant, that let us take on our first member of staff. And then from there, we've grown to that point where we're now 17. About a year ago, we raised our first equity round. But without the Innovate funding before that, we just never would have got to the point of getting investors. Innovate also provide access to some business mentoring. And the final thing has been in terms of connecting us into customers, potential targets in the energy system, and international targets.
National Grid in the UK is our first customer, and we're starting to work with utilities as well. But in essence, homes or businesses are our suppliers. So they give us their assets to use at the right times. In turn, we pay them money.
We've just gone out for a major funding round, our Series A investment, and with that we want to grow the team size by a factor of 3 or 4 so that we can make it possible to integrate that much more renewables onto the UK's grid and globally.